turn this off or not? PSG warm up. Righty-ho. Very good evening, everybody. Here we got Geese. Very good evening and a happy new year. It's going to be a good year. So I'll take these off. At the moment, we are waiting. Very good evening, everybody. Whoa, they're coming in thick and fast. Golden Bennett, come on in. Welcome in, everybody. Please smash the like. So, opportunities. Yeah. I did my call to it's one of the largest companies on Facebook. You've probably seen lots and lots of it flash up in adverts on Facebook, and spoke initially to a lady called Jenny and asked her a few questions. Then Jenny passed me to one of the senior managers, a guy called Oliver. And we chatted for roughly half an hour, and good things. He's looking forward to giving help, but I've got to do a list of different things to get that help. So we've got Belarus is here. Hey, boss man. The Pete, very good evening. Good evening, Mr. G, says Connor. In you, have you found some investment? There's a good chance. And when I was speaking to Oliver this afternoon, I mentioned a certain name which anybody in finance would know straight away. And that's Andrew Bailey. He's pretty big on the financials. So, yeah. And that's the voice. Evening ball. Let's hit that like and button, guys. Yes. Do you know, I was watching a fellow content creator, Chris from Evermore NUFC, and it flashed up on his, that there was it over 200 people in and only so many likes. So, we all need to do our little bit. And here's the easy part. Can you imagine if it cost you money to press that like button? I think you'd be a bit miffed, wouldn't you? But it doesn't. It's the glitch. Evening, host. Can I ask, do you support Newcastle Red Bulls, or also known as Newcastle Falcons rugby team? I was a season ticket holder there for 6 years, and I was at Kingston Park for all the home games. And there's a thing at Kingston Park. It's called the South Stand. That's the noisy part. So that's where I used to be. And the one good thing was when we had the big teams like your Saracens and Leicester Tigers etc., Harlequins, when they used to come up, there's almost 10,000 there, you know. And unlike football, yeah, with Newcastle Falcons, excuse me, all the fans mingle together. There's no like home and away. So you could be standing right next to somebody from, you know, another club, and everybody gets on with everybody, you know. You just drink your pint and, you know, shout the songs. And I was one of the big ones, like basically where, you know, when the crowd went a bit silent, I was like, come on, Falcons. Yeah, and I used to rile up like everybody in the South Stand to roll the team on. So yeah. Rodog, good evening. Corvo, who is the financial company then, Paul? The financial company is. Hold on. I'll do it right. I'll do it right. Portman Financial Group. So they have adverts all over YouTube. They have adverts all over Facebook, etc. And yeah, so I was chatting to them for roughly about half an hour to 45 minutes and got me email so that I can show friends in London that email and say, I have to go through a list. It's not a long list, no, but I have to go through a list and do things the proper way. So I then spoke to my marketing man, and he said, we need appointments for next week. So the appointment has been set kind of for next week. So we can both go to the appointment and speak and start the wheels in motion. So yeah, good and positive. Will they not look at your credit score? I don't care if they do or not. I really don't care, because, you know, everybody can look. I mean, you know, here's an honest thing for you. We can all look at our credit score, and some of us will be in the plus. Some of us will be in our minuses. It doesn't matter. Do you know why it doesn't matter? And that is to Lee K. Pum NUFC. Do you know why it doesn't matter? Because the financial system in which, you know, we all know is about to go through the shredder. You know, like when you get your bank statements and stuff like that, and they turn around and say to you, please make sure, like, you shred all your important documents so that, you know, everything's secure. Well, I've got a bit of a runny nose. Apologies. All your financial details. Yeah. Well, the way the world is right at this moment in time, the system is about to go boom, to put it bluntly. And part of the conversation with Oliver was about that. So yeah. They do business loans. Yeah, they do. And I spoke about the liquidity pools I have, spoke about that in great detail, and also it was a good conversation. So what we got in you? So you're getting a loan? No, no. What I'm looking to do is make a connection to Andrew Bailey, and I'm going to do that through Whitehall. Anybody know where Whitehall is? And Lee is on about, I mean, if your credit is bad, they won't invest or loan. It's very important. Yeah, it is. But if the financial system goes boom, what that does is this. Years and years ago, there was a James Bond film where the villain turned round and said, can't remember which film it was, which James Bond film it was, but this villain turned around and said, we reset the entire market. And his plan was to do that. And James Bond, 007, was tasked with stopping him. So, yeah. If the financial system goes boom, lenders will become more risk averse. Quite correct. But what you've got to understand is this. Yeah. Since 2017, the world has quietly changed. Very quietly. And there are massive institutions who now, right now, are looking and saying, this isn't looking good. Let's do something different. So they are. The Pete, if Paul was in the military, I'm not, listen, yeah, there's certain things I won't speak about. And there's a reason I'm not going to speak about it. So drop it at that. Yeah. Right. The voodoo, Andrew Bailey, the head. Yes, you're spot on, mate. Andrew Bailey is the head of the Bank of England. Is going to talk to you. Hopefully, yeah. Because the Bank of England is changing its narrative. Eventually, about time. It's taken years to get there, but you know James Bond isn't real. Yeah, Ian Fleming wrote the books. Yes, I do know that in you. Yeah. Lee, how much investment will you be asking for? Altogether, in one project, 500 million. So that's in one project. And in the other project, probably about 15. Corvo saying the Bank of England isn't a commercial bank. No, it's not. It is one of many central banks. One of many. Lazarus is saying, and everybody's laughing and giggling and all the rest of it. Well, laugh and giggle, roll across the floor. Do it. You know, here's a better one for you. Here's a real better one for you. This might send you viral. Yeah. Get your mobile phone. Yeah. Put on selfie mode. Yeah. Press record on a video and mention my name and then roll across the floor while you're videoing and go, ha 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 ha. You might just hit 1 million and go viral. You might. Now, I want to show you something. That's what I want to show you right there. Yeah? Now, I'm going to tell you what it says. YouTube, my club, NUFC. I want to see a change. I do. I want to see a change. Now, the Mighty Magpie Show has this change. Yeah, it has it. Which has never happened in all of Premier League history. This thing has never, ever, ever happened. Oh, all the laughter's gone. Right. In the Mighty Magpie Show, this does happen in each episode. Oh, I've got the little smileys bopping up and down, bop, 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 bop. Do you know what it is? Yeah. You know all the people that's doing the bop, 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 bop. Yeah. Do us a favour, smash the like, man, and share. Yeah. If you're good enough to do the laugh and the hysterics, if you're gonna do that, then hit the like and get the likes from 5 to 13 and share. Yeah. Now, this happens in every episode, and the changes that have been implemented in the Mighty Magpie Show are unique. They've never happened. And there's up to 10 things in the Mighty Magpie which are totally unique. And they will occur in all episodes in Series 1. And then I'll have to pay it again to put out Series 2. Yeah? Because it's not going to be Series 1, Series 2, and that's it. No. This is going to keep on going year after year after year. And hopefully, at some point, those beautiful people like David Hopkinson up at St. James's Park might even turn around and go, I do like this. Because it's educational. Right, what we got? Evening, says Halkidia. I think that's how you pronounce it. Paul, when is the pilot for the Mighty Magpie Show due? Cover, what has to happen is this. I have to pay 147, I think it's 147.99. It might be 147, but I have to pay that, and then that's season 1. And then the hard part, once I've paid the 147, then the hard part begins, because we are going to be doing the junior magpie birds, mum and dad, and grandma and grandpa. Yeah. And there's going to be occasions where one of the magpies, maybe it's one of the kids, comes and flies down into St. James's Park and decides, I'm really tired of flying round, so I'm just going to sit here on the top of the goalpost. It could be in the Gallowgate, or it could be sitting above Eddie Howe. Just so. 147 isn't bad for a full season. Will the Magpies have their own plot lines? Yeah, they will, because the young baby magpies have to learn from parents and grandparents. So that's part of it. And the interaction. Yeah. But I'm not going to give you it all. You never know. Maybe David Hopkinson is watching right now, nodding along. Well, it's possible. Do you know what I mean? The one thing I will say is this. Yeah. By the time the end of series 1, I'm going to say this. Yeah. By the end of series 1, all in chat who are in blue, as I come live here, as I go live on Seeking You, you all share the pot. So when people go and do a super sticker, a super chat, Raw Dog being in green because he is paid a membership, you all get a cut of the pot. Yeah. And that will be from 2026, 2027, 2028, 2029, 2030, 2020. It's going to go all the way through. And these are implementations to make sure when you are in it, when you're in chat, yeah, when you're typing, and when the time comes, because I'm still trying to work out how to have, like, what Through Black and White Eyes has, what Paul from the Toon Review has, where there's all them boxes. I want you to come in and we can go for 3 hours at a time. Yeah. So the show is too limited and focused around Newcastle and its football club. The wider public will not care, says Joey. Well, one thing I'm going to say to Joey is this. Magpie birds are found everywhere. There's a clue. Yes, they do, Corvo. Yes, they do. And some of the comments from the magpie birds are going to have you in stitches. Do you know, yesterday I watched a little clip It wasn't a long one. It was just a short one. But in the clip, somebody used a little box about this big. You know them those characters like what Disney has, etc., where they put a costume on. Yeah. Well, this just thinking of it makes me laugh. But these costumes, what they put on, yeah, at the bottom, there's a little, like an air hole. Yeah, little box for the air to come in. And this person comes along to the back of them and he sticks it right to that air hole, and it's like a fart smell. And honestly, I sent it to a few people, and honestly, last night I was ill laughing just thinking about it, you know. Right, what we got? Hold on. Mr. G, it's 2026 now. How much are the mods getting paid? They're not getting paid tonight. I said it will be. I'm going to tell you all when it happens. But it's close. And when I constructed it, this is in the instructions for Seeking You. Anybody who goes live on Seeking You and has mods, their mods on Seeking You get paid. Soon as the live is finished, the second you press end stream, however much that person has made, they earn instantly. It's straight to their wallet. Yeah. The thing about TV companies is that the idea isn't very good. You can't please everybody, you know. Lee. Oh, hold on. After this one. So, did you say boxes would be here? Yeah, but what you've got to understand is this. I want to have boxes, and I'm about to do, excuse me, itchy nose. I'm about to do my second round 2 of YouTube content creators, in the hope that using and listening to these much larger channels, I pick their brains by, we have there's a Q&A section. Oh, I've got the laughter back again. Somebody's rolling across the floor and they're in absolute hysterics. But with the YouTube content creators, what I'm hoping for is this. I was watching Adam Pearson earlier. Young Adam Pearson. 65,000. Or was it 66? It's one of the two. 65,650 odd. He was talking about the match last night. And we got more laughter. Yeah. And here's another thing I want. I want to change the emojis completely. So anybody's got the skills in the emojis, get in touch, because I've got a brilliant idea. Now, Um, I'm pro bono. Not even sure what that means, Corvo, to be honest with you. Joey, all of this getting in the way of your debut album? Not really, because when I move, to the new property, one of the rooms of the new property will be much larger than this room, much larger. And in that room, we're going to have full size kit, which the drums, I've already got the drums. There'll be the full kit, practice kit. The practice kit will be one of the like Roland kits, and that'll just be on a night time when, like, it's night time. Stick the headphones on, just sit there going boom, boom. So nobody can hear anything. And then whoever is going to play the drums, they've got the big kit to play with. And it starts, the drums, which is in the shed outside, is CB, which is a very cheap drum set. But when the move happens, going into a music shop and ordering one of the proper kits. What we got? So, and Inu is laughing at Joey. Because Joey's, many people are calling it seeking. I don't care, mate. I don't care. It's built. It's up. It's running, and it will stay running. So you can call it seeking whatever. I don't care, because it's done. Yeah. And what I'm going to tell you is this. Yeah. If people want to, here's the best way I can put it. Yeah. As me and I used to always say it was when I was a little nipper. You can't please everybody. You can't. It's impossible. You just try, Inu, are you going to change the international standard for emojis? No, but I'm going to custom the emojis here. Simple. Guys, I'm a drummer. Are you? Okay. Well, what I want from my drummer is this. I want him to start with one thing, just one thing, while I'm playing on the new electric guitar, which will probably be a Gibson. And that'll be a bigger amp with the head unit attached to the monitor, and a person like a good friend of mine, John Harrison, who is a musical genius. And that's it. He is a musical genius, because when we played, the last time we played live, we were in a place in Blythe called the Brick Centre. Don't know if anybody has ever heard of it, but the Brick Centre in Blythe is where they have rooms that are soundproofed, and you go in, big amplifiers, drums, and that's it. And John's gift was, while I was playing the rock music, John played around what I was playing. And then when this lad came in, the drummer, he did mention he's a proper drummer in a proper band, and he was the one who turned around and said, and I was shocked when he said it. He stopped playing the drums and turned round to John and says, "Do us a favour, mate. Turn his amp up." And within two minutes, all of those dials were in a position, and we played and we played and we played. And that guy was doing his warm up. Brilliant it was. So Lee K, how can you afford to move? You haven't got savings or a job. When the move happens, then you can come back in. Yeah. When you see the new music room, you can come back in and ask me how I did it. Yeah. Bongo bongo. Good evening. I sell drums at my bongo shop. Do you know, I was thinking of doing that. What was it? Just after I left Newcastle, getting some bongo drums for the acoustic. While I'm playing along on the acoustic, to just go. But yeah, I probably will end up with some bongo drums at some point. Who was that? SYKO mode. Seeking you is up. Where can I sign in? I'm going to type that in chat right now for you. 1 second. Okay. It's that one. Do-do. And this is about to change what I'm putting in chat, just so you're aware. Yeah, it will change. Right, there we go. So that will change. That is on the cards, and it's going to change as quick as I can do it. Right? Been in bands all my life, says Daz the Voice. Yeah. Well, I've like, it was, I followed bands like Deep Purple, Black Sabbath, Iron Maiden, and many others. Been to see Pink Floyd live. That was at Earl's Court. Trivium, just to give you a rough taste. Yeah. But my journey with music playing was listening to an NME interview with Noel Gallagher of Oasis, who basically, he gave a little short interview, and I was like, wow, okay, this is what we're going to do. So that was the start of my playing journey. Seeking You has been up for months. Can you tell me how much you've made? Nothing at the moment. Nothing. It's a shame you haven't managed any new. Well, the family hasn't managed any games because the person in the family who normally does the tickets for us across multiple devices can't get tickets. It's it's physically impossible because we need 5 tickets, and to get 5 tickets together, we can't do it. Um, what? What? I'm not even sure how to pronounce that. I'm dyslexic. My apologies. Um, why are you not live on Seeking You? Because I'm here. I'm building towards something while I'm doing something else. You can't be everywhere at the same time. Corvo, Paul, can you buy multiple tickets? You can buy multiple tickets if you're successful in the ballot. We've tried that and failed. So, yeah. Road Dog saying, would you ever consider a TikTok live with special guests? Possibly, yeah. I'm struggling with this one. The sign is J, but I'm sorry. The way you've put it, my brain can't compute it. But what he's saying is, it's because Seeking You doesn't support live streaming. It does support live streaming. The problem I have currently is I have to go across each individual platform to get an API key and then paste that into the sandbox. And I haven't quite got round to that yet because I've only got there's only so many hours in the day. Are Seeking You mods getting paid tonight? The thing is this, right? This is how in the whole core of Seeking You. The artificial intelligence agents, like in Arena, yeah, but here's a better example. Say it's St. James's Park, yeah, while the football is being played, yeah, you have all of the people with high vis jackets on looking at the crowd, yeah, in case anybody needs assistance. Yeah. Well, while they're doing that, there's somebody else looking constantly at what's happening in the live in case you get the odd silly person who's going to do something daft, because these things happen. Arsenal versus Liverpool. Yeah, it's 8 o'clock, isn't it? So I'm not going to be on long. I didn't give up in you. I didn't give up. I just changed things. Am I prepared for Storm Gretty? Well, apparently Birmingham through to Lincolnshire is about to get at least a couple of inches of snow. I don't know. Can you tell us what HTML means yet? I don't really care what it means. Straight up. I've gone past that. Hypertext is part of it. Take a look at that. Wow. What else we got? Yeah, the like Innie was saying in chat to Joey, I didn't know. And there's a big problem. The big problem with Udemy was they didn't tell you there's a time limit, which is one of the things I said to one of the instructors. Why didn't you tell us at the start there's a time limit, you know? We're all fans of adult learning. Yeah, well, adult learning continues. It never stops. Because in a few months' time, in April, I'm 59. Gordon Bennett, man. I didn't even believe I'd hit 50, never mind 59. You know what I mean? Except for Paul, who gave up on his... You just shot yourself in the foot, mate. You just blew your toes off. For what? Huh? For what? I'm 54, says Daz the Voice. Yeah. When you pass 40, the easiest way to say it is this. It's like Eddie the Eagle Edwards. It flies. What was the last adult learning? It's to Joey. Oh, I've got it. I've got it. Itchy nose. You had the chance to go to college. Do you know one thing, right? When this nasty bad weather goes away, I'm going down to Nottingham College Hub, going up to the people down there, to the reception, and just turn around and say, excuse me, the course is for computers. I asked to be informed. Why is it in December you're emailing me when it was in September? Did I got lost in the system? Did I fall through the holes in the sieve? You can start in January. Bongo. Yeah, could do. However, there's other things. And the most important thing at this precise moment in time is to pay 147 to secure Series 1. And then spend day after day after day after day doing episode 2, 3, 4, 5, carry on, you know what I mean? And yeah, it's manic. Well, yeah, you're quite right, Pete. You are quite right. Because I look at things this way. Opportunities, which is the title of tonight's live. Yeah, opportunities, which was the title of another live. Yeah, you take the opportunity, or do you let it go? Because me personally, if an opportunity comes up, I take it. Just me, you know. Richard Branson wasn't college educated. He's spot on. Do you know what I mean? Richard Branson used the telephone box in the very beginning. Just a telephone box. Yeah, let that sink in. Now he's a surf. Now, there is one thing which maybe, 10 years down the line, maybe, after I have proved to not just all of you good people like Corvo, the Pete, etc., Raw Dog, that these things are out there and you enjoy them and you spread the word. The hope is maybe people in the capital take notice. But I don't know. Now, we've got 15 people here and we've only got 5 legs. Am I that bad? It's possible, Corvo. Look, at the end of the day, right, I have a very, very simple rule. And it's this. If you are moderating, you've got my back. If you don't have my back, that's it. I work on that trust basis. And I have that same basis where, like, somebody said to me this evening about 5 o'clock, I'd posted a video to a platform, and somebody turned around and said, "Oh, I saw you on this other platform. Can we meet?" And when the platform they mentioned, I was like, I've never been on there. I'm everywhere else, but I've never been on there. But it says businessman and YouTube. And I went, yeah, and it's not me. And kind of persisted, from one text to another text to another. And now it just says, okay, 3 dots, block. Because I haven't got the time. Some say he was a big cheese in the modding game. Yeah, I don't care. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, you are in a position because I've got faith in you. When I don't have faith in you, that's when you got to start worrying. You know what I mean? What was the other platform? The other platform has a letter, a big letter, and it's somewhere I've never been because I'm as straight as they come. That's it. Inu is saying, I heard Toon Review say pays the mods every time he goes live. Well, fair enough. I don't know how many. Where's Paul, the Tune Review, in on YouTube at the minute? What's he at? What's his total? Anybody? Bongo Bongo. I heard Bert was good at firing out naughty comment. All right, got you. 45K. Okay. Well, here's the good thing. You're all here, and you know, or you should do, where I am on YouTube. Yeah, you should know that. So when I smash 1,000,000 subscribers and a big number of memberships, the next time I'm up at St James's Park, I'll have a chat with them. Bongo Bongo. Do you need a mod who has expertise in music? I can help. Do you want? Are you saying that you want to be a mod? Bongo Bongo? Because there's a strict rule. Yeah. You've got to have my back, and at the end of the day, everybody gets one chance. You understand? Welcome. You see, one of the greatest things is this. All of my mods, I've never met one of them in real life. So it's trust. Yeah. You break the trust, and that's it. So it's really, really simple. Yeah. Will you vlog the house move? I'm going to show you inside from room to room. That's what I'm going to show you. And I'm going to show you parts of outside. Yeah. So that'll be 1 hour video live. But yeah, I want it at the end of the day to, like I said on Seeking You the other day, in the sandbox. Because that's what it is, it's a sandbox. I said in that sandbox, achievements that will be reached. And that is to grow from that point to, excuse me, exactly where Facebook and TikTok are. Housewarming party vibes. No. There will be one special event that will happen. And that special event will mean I have to go to probably a company I saw on the BBC. And it's a specialized company that does large events. And that's it. That's the voice. Welcome aboard. Karen is saying, "Oh my God, thank you. When you burp, it's like a little baby. Oh, thank you. My apologies for the burp. Can you do me a favor? The person who has the J, can you please do me a little favor? And it's this. Can you put a dash, like break it up, your username, because for the love of, I can't read it. I'm dyslexic. I try. I do try. And I've had people who've turned round and said to me, like I had a comment the other day, and YouTube keeps saying to me to like and to interact, and I can also now do something called give you a voice message back, but I haven't got that bit yet. But yeah, so if you can please break your username, or even even better still, instead of coming in with just a J or a B or a whatever, show me a picture. Yeah, because when the boxes appear on YouTube, you want to come into a box, you've got to come on camera. Yeah. Evening. And no swearing as well. Yeah. I don't agree with swearing. Like my nana said to me when I was little, swearing doesn't make you big. Which is true. Now, it's 2 minutes past 8. And the football's on. So fingers crossed. Please. I'm going to love you all and leave you all. So please, on the way out, smash that like. And the last week's worth of video has yet to be shared. So if you can, spread the word, man. So yeah, I missed the show. The one thing I do want to say though is this before I go. The young magpies will be just a little bit cheeky. There's a key word for you. But it's cheeky in a fun way. And it's directed in a certain direction. Just to give you a little teaser. Okay? So thank you all very much. And do me a favor, spread the word. Because once the 147's been paid, then hours and hours and hours are going to be sitting here with the other camera, the little camcorder, sitting back there, looking over my shoulder. Yeah. The 147 is you get so much and then you've got to pay. And the 147 is a lot better than the other price, which is even higher. There were three prices, and I went for the free one. Done the free one. It gives us the free one. Then it gives us episode 1, but episode 1 is locked until I've paid 147. So there you go. Right. Enjoy the rest of your evening, and hopefully the weather up north is going to be bitter cold, but you're not going to get no snow. I, on the other hand, I'm going to get snow. Yeah. So you have a wonderful evening. And on your way out, hit the like. Thank you.